Now the next we are going to discuss is income elasticity of demand. Now, when I talk about price elasticity of demand, there the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded of a commodity to change in price of the consumer was discussed. Now here only the word will be substituted from, like, instead of price, here demand will change due to the change in income of the consumer. Okay, now I've written it very clearly that it measures the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded of a commodity to a change in income of the consumer. And the formula will be elasticity, that is income elasticity is written as EY equals to percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in income of the consumer. As the formula derivation is there in price elasticity, that percentage change in QD upon percentage change in price there has been written as delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q. Here it will be delta Q upon delta Y into Y upon Q, where Y is the income. So I have written here that EY is income elasticity of demand, Y is initial income we have taken for example, delta Y will be change in income, that is Y1 minus Y, and Q is the initial quantity demanded, and delta Q is again the change in quantity demanded, that is Q1 minus Q. Then next to discuss are the types of income elasticity. Now, there are three types. As you can see, I have made a flow chart kind of. So, first is positive income elasticity. Next is negative income elasticity and zero income elasticity. Now, positive income elasticity, as the name suggests, positive. So, when income of the consumer increases, quantity demanded also increases. When income of the consumer decreases, quantity demanded also decreases. So this kind of behavior shows you positive income elasticity. We have already studied this, that normal goods show positive income effect. So this is the positive income elasticity which we were talking about there. So which further has been divided in three categories. First is income elasticity. We say that it is income elastic demand. Next is income inelastic demand, and the last is unitary income elasticity. Now when I say income elastic demand, so basically it's the percentage change in quantity demanded is more than percentage change in income of the consumer. Income increases say by only 20%, but quantity demanded increases by 50%. So this kind of response of change in demand due to change in income is known as income elastic. It is also known as greater than income elastic demand. Is that clear? It is written as EY is greater than 1, and this is possible only in case of luxuries like car, TV, etc. Now next is income inelastic. Now when percentage change in quantity demanded is less than percentage change in income. Now income of the consumer increases, but there is not much change in quantity demanded. It's always those goods are necessities. Those are like, say for example, food, soap, all the necessity essential goods day to day which are needed in the day to day living. Next is unitary income elastic. Unitary word means equal, one, unity. So here also it's percentage change in QD when equals to percentage change in income. We say that it's unitary elastic demand. It's found in very rare cases. Is that clear? Next is negative income elasticity. Now negative income elasticity we've already discussed in the inferior goods. They show a negative income effect. Same income effect is here, that when income of the consumer rises, the demand for these goods tends to fall, and vice versa. When income of the consumer falls, demand for these goods tend to increase. For example, maize, jowar, bajra, etc. Is that clear? Negative income elasticity. It has no further categories. And zero income elasticity, it's very clear from the name itself, zero elasticity. That means quantity demanded shows no change. It remains the same whether the income of the consumer increases or decreases. So it's an exceptional case like salt and all. I hope I'm clear. Once income elasticity is discussed, I move on to the next category, that is cross elasticity of demand. This is the last type of elasticity which we'll discuss. Now, cross elasticity, again the word substitutes. Like price elasticity was all due to the change in price of the commodity. Income elasticity was due to the change in income of the consumer. Same way, cross elasticity is due to the change in the price of its related commodity. So definition is, it is defined as the percentage change in quantity demanded of a commodity with respect to change in price of its related commodity. Is that clear? Related goods, you all have studied, they are the substitute goods or the complementary goods. So change in price of one commodity affects the demand for the other. This is what you have to keep in mind. So here, cross elasticity is denoted by EXY. That is, E is the elasticity, XY are the related goods. So the formula is percentage change in quantity demanded of, say, commodity X with respect to percentage change in price of commodity Y. So change in price of one commodity affects the demand of the other. Am I clear with the formula? Now I have written here that EXY depicts cross elasticity of demand. Now, as in the case of income elasticity and price elasticity, the formula was further written in the algebraic expression, that is I have written this also here. Elasticity, that is cross elasticity of demand, equals to delta Q upon delta P into P by Q. Only what you have to keep in mind, with Q you have to use X and with P you have to use Y. So delta Q upon delta P into P by Q, the same formula you have to use for price elasticity, and with Q you will write X. So change in quantity demanded for commodity X upon change in price of commodity Y into original price or initial price of Y upon initial quantity of X. So that is what I have written the full forms here. That QX is the initial quantity demanded of commodity X. Delta Q is change in quantity demanded of commodity X. PY is the initial price of commodity Y, and delta PY is the change in price of commodity Y. Again, types of cross elasticity of demand when we talk about, there are three types: positive cross elasticity of demand, negative cross elasticity of demand, and zero cross elasticity of demand. Now when I talk about positive cross elasticity of demand, so it, as the name suggests, increase in the price of Y increases the quantity demanded for X, and vice versa. When price of commodity Y falls, quantity demanded for commodity X also falls. This kind of direct relationship we have also seen in substitute goods. So that is the example of it. Even say, for example, price of coffee increases, so demand for tea tends to increase. When price of substitute, that is coffee, falls, then demand for tea also falls. Is that clear? So example is tea and coffee. Next is negative cross elasticity of demand. As the name suggests, negative. So here, when price of Y increases, quantity demanded for X falls, and vice versa. When price of Y falls, quantity of X rises. So these are the complementary goods. They show the negative relationship. Example, car and petrol. So when price of petrol rises, quantity demanded for car falls, and vice versa. The last is zero cross elasticity of demand. Now, as the name suggests, zero cross elasticity. So if two goods are not related to each other at all, say for example tea and TV, so whether the change in price of any of the commodity is not going to affect the demand for the other. So it's a zero cross elasticity of demand which is taking place here. I hope I'm clear with the topic.